How are guys? Welcome back to another NCT 127 review. I'm MegaBM, and we are finally at the last album, the first mini album, which seems to just be called NCT 127. As far as I'm aware, we have, I think, 7 tracks. We have 7 tracks here. Switch is a bonus, which is fine. Okay, I'm hoping it's not a single, and I forget, and then I review it again. But first, I'll be starting with Fire Truck. I'm excited to finally get NCT 127 done. So here we go. NCT is this Fire Truck. And that was Fire Truck, which was fine. It's a fine start for basically what would be the first song you would hear if you were there to start for NCT 127. It's fine. It's okay. Lays a bit of the groundwork. Bit kind of bare bones, to be quite honest. It wasn't quite as like poppy and like energetic as I expected. But still did the job. I think it's a 5. I think it's a solid track. Next up is once again. Hopefully this is a little bit better. And that was... Oh, it's playing. Don't want to do that. And that was once again, which was good. I like that. That was an improvement. Bit more... a bit slower pace, but the singing was good. The background beat was good. Everything was like a little bit better than the first track. A little bit more... a little bit more well done. Like they spent a bit more time on it. That's what it felt like. Yeah, I think that's a 6. Just good that they're progressing that much. Next up is Wake Up, and hopefully it continues the trend and we get a 7. And maybe we might end up with an 8 out of 10. This is Wake Up. And that was Wake Up. Yeah, fine. But not really anything that kind of blew me away there. Yeah, nothing special, to be quite honest. Probably a little bit worse than Once Again. I feel like it went a little bit back down. It was another one of these songs where it kind of felt like they kind of needed to get the first album out as like a taster, and they didn't really want to work on it too much in case it didn't work out. So Wake Up was kind of one of those tracks where they kind of like, oh, this is kind of a sound we want. We don't want to put too much work in case it doesn't pay off. And yeah, we ended up with that. Next song is Another World. We're now halfway through the album, and it's fine, but we're not getting anything kind of stand out so far. And that was Another World. Yeah, fine. Again, another fine song, but nothing special, really, to the track. It's kind of like it lacks a little bit of direction, this album. It doesn't quite know ever wants to be kind of a slow kind of piece. It doesn't want to be too energetic. It's got a little bit of kind of poppy stuff to it, but it's not overly complex or like really kind of energetic or like bass boosted in some areas like they do on some of the newer albums. There's nothing experimental on the instrumental front. It's just kind of like bog standard K-pop, and that's unfortunate because I know NCT can do better later on, which means I'm not going to judge them too much for this album, but it just means that everything comes out as quite bland at the moment. They haven't really found their identity yet. They don't really know what they are. Next up is Paradise. Hopefully see this album get better as it ends, potentially. And that was Paradise, which was an improvement. That was an improvement on what we had so far. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, on every front as well. It felt like the singing was there, the harmony was good, which is weird. I'm typically not a big fan of when they over harmonize. It was a slower track as well, and I still liked it, which is also strange. But yeah, really, really solid. Really happy with that one. Um, yeah, I would give that a 7. I think that's a 7. I think that's the best track so far on the album. Next up is Mad City. Is it as good as Kendrick Lamar's? That's the question. And that was Mad City. Bit disappointing they kind of dipped a little bit at the end. After the first third, I thought it kind of just got a little bit more boring. Wasn't exactly what I wanted from the track. But yeah, it's still a fine average track. It's a 5. It's not much I can say about it. I just thought it was just completely average. There was nothing to stand out about it. Next is Switch, the last track on the album, featuring SR15B, whoever that is. I've no idea who that is. Really strange. Hopefully it's good. And that to finally finish off the album was... Oh, fuck, it's playing something else. Hold on. Let's put it right to the end. There you go. And that was Switch by NCT 127 and SR15B, whoever that is. Yeah, that was good. A good song. It was good. Nothing particularly like amazing, per se. It was just it did its job that it needed to do. I got more bored of the beat as it got on. It was good at the start and then kind of dragged itself. It didn't seem to go anywhere with it. I think it was a 6. I think I finished off with 6, and that finishes the NCT 127 mini album. Means we've done all the main kind of albums. All we have left is the repackaged album, like additional tracks, which is like I think 3 per album, so about 12. And then we've got the singles, and then we're done with NCT 127. Regarding this album, I think this is easily their weakest mini. 100%. And you can kind of tell it's their first project. Well, one of their first projects. Like, it's pretty kind of undercooked. It doesn't quite feel like they know what they want to do with the project. It just feels like a project that they made, that they were like, we want to make a project. We don't really know how, like, what direction we want to go with. And so everything kind of feels like they had an idea but didn't really go all the way with it, which is unfortunate. But it was still an okay album. There's nothing bad on it, which is good. But there's nothing truly outstanding either, which is unfortunate. However, they have gotten better. If you've seen the other album reviews, they have definitely gotten better with age, and that's good. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.